What's up, guys? It's UMB Universe, and this is going to be a redirect review based video talking about the Dark Owl. So, yeah, I like this episode. I really did. The links in the description below to watch it, and this is just for me to tell YouTube, hey, I have a 10-minute video that so you have to notify my my subscribers so they can see it. But between you and me, guys, this is just a redirect, so you can just watch the reaction. You don't actually have to watch this. This is completely pointless to watch. But hey, if you want to watch it, have it in the background for your needs. Do as you will. But I have to do this for the sake of doing it. And I've been talking for a little bit, and wow, man, voice not liking me. At least in reactions, I have sometimes just to stay quiet a little bit and then talk. This one, I have to talk constantly because that's how reviews work, right? So, off the cuff review go. Like this episode based on the the level of detail they're willing to go in this episode for the Dark Owl is good. So you have the principal, and in the beginning of the episode, you have him kicking students out, just kicking them out, just saying, "Hurry up, go, 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 go." And at first, I was wondering, just like, okay, Adrian is going with Nino, and he's like, "Oh, sorry, dude, I got something to do." And Marinette's with Lila, and she blows her off too. Says, "Oh no, I have something to do." At first, I'm like, "What's going on? What is there a Akumatized victim? And that's just off screen, or what's up?" But no, it was supposed to be indication that whenever he is actively trying to get students out of the building, it means he's got to do the owl thing and put himself in harm's way, and they're just looking out for him, which again makes it so that if Marinette and Adrian had half more brain cells than I think they do, they would notice that Marinette and Adrian are blowing their friends off for this very specific purpose, because they both have the same mindset to protect this dude before he gets himself hurt, getting a cat out of a tree for instance. So it's like, there you go. But hey, I'm not here to complain about the fact that they should already know their secret identities, regardless of how many times they think they shouldn't. So this is about the owl, and how I appreciate how they gave, like, even Batman some credit in this aspect. When it comes to Batman, he may not be able to fly. He may not be able to blow up buildings with a simple punch. He may not be able to do this and that and this like Superman can, but he's Batman. He's one of the smartest DC characters out there. So with that intelligence, he's able to beat other superpowered beings without having to actually be superpowered himself. And it really showcased this in the Dark Owl. First showing how incompetent he is as a everyday hero, just even having trouble getting cats out of a tree. And then Marinette and Adrian / Cat Noir / Ladybug trying to help him out, saying if he could just be, he just said he wanted to be a hero for a day, and that would have been good. So they were doing a scenario where they help him out, but that backfires because he's so incompetent. He can't even help them when they're pretending to be in danger. So then he just starts to get ridiculed, and that got him to be Akumatized. Now, the interesting part about this is that he gets Akumatized in a device that he's not currently holding on to. Yes, his hand is on the computer, so that's how he gets Akumatized, thanks to the computer being Akumatized. But what I mean, like, you know, you have a pen, and then that Akumatized, and then the Akumatized thing goes into the pen. Now you have that pen, and that's going to be based around your abilities and how your powers are going to work. But as for the Dark Owl, it's the computer, and it what helps him with his database and stuff like that. You know, he's like his Jarvis and stuff like that. So it's his Jarvis and stuff like that. So it still accumulates to his power, but the best thing about it is it's not on his person. That's one of the best things to have when you are Akumatized. That the thing that's keeping you evil is not on your person, so it's not immediately broken when you get to Ladybug and Cat Noir, the only two people who can really stop you, especially Ladybug. So after that, you get to see how the contingency plans work in this. You have a plan, and you have a contingency plan. The plan is, I got a bus full of animals. That bus full of animals is going to fall on a kitten if you do not give in to my demands over here. And don't even think about actually trying to stop the bus, because I have a contingency plan just in case you were going to have that idea. So I put nitro ice stuff on. I can't believe I have my brain fart on those. I put ice stuff all over the Eiffel Tower. So if you even try to help those animals, I will blow up that, and then all of you are dead. So just give in to my demands, which is a good idea. Use heroes' biggest weakness against them, and that is chivalry and helping others. So if they don't want animals to get hurt, so they will have to go to you and comply to your demands in some way, shape, or form, or try to stop you at your source. So as they do that, he has a contingency plan for that as well. So just in case they try to be, I don't know, defiant and not just going to give in, I'm going to be tactful, be light-minded, and send them into a trap, into one of those things, containers, giant containers. Jesus Christ, where are my names? I know what these are called. I just can't come up with the top of my head. So he puts them in one of those things, and then he starts to fill up with whipped cream. And if they do not give in their Miraculous, they would die. In this scenario, from all that I said to this point, this guy won. Dark Owl won. They gave him their Miraculous. He gets them, and Hawkmoth gets his wish, and then the entire series is over. Until you bring up the fact that if it wasn't for the fact that this random scenario where they wanted to bring up to make it so that the principal could feel like a hero revolved around their Miraculous getting taken, and so she had the opportunity to make fake Miraculouses, then you have a different story. Since you have that completely random scenario that could have been anything, could have been they were just stuck on top of a freaking tree for Christ's sakes, and had nothing to do with having anything miraculous. But hey, had that. They make fake Miraculous, and she's able to use the fake Miraculous from that scenario in this time to trick them so they can be safe, and happy to know that the Dark Owl, despite being Akumatized, is not heartless, and he wasn't gonna kill a kitten or a bus full of animals. It was all just a hologram, and I found that to be pretty impressive as well. They're not trying to make things extremely dark here. But in the event that he was extremely dark, they would have failed. Kitten, bunch of apes and stuff like that, dead. That's incredible. So after that occurred, they're able to fight him off a little bit more. But he still showcased he has a level of skill and fighting prowess to take them both on. And if it wasn't for the fact that his Akumatized item is somewhere completely separate of his location, and he had to figure it out through sheer luck of the Irish of getting a comic book, and seeing that he had a partner in that sort of thing, they would have lost. They really would have lost. And I found that just to be just as good as the Robustus episode, where you have this sheer level of power over machinery and stuff like that, and plus a brain, and you see the pattern here. If you have a good enough mind, you can really take out Ladybug and Cat Noir. You can really do that. So you have Robustus, who is just an AI unit who obviously has more brains and intelligence than an average human, to be able to outsmart these two with just his brains alone, and due to his destructive capability and output, he's able to almost win. And the only thing that stopped him was friendship, basically. And in this case, the only thing that stopped Dark Owl is luck. Simply luck. Really, think about it. Think about the scenario where they made the fake Miraculous. If they didn't make the fake Miraculous, she would have no bargaining chip. She wouldn't be able to fool Dark Owl, and they would have lost. I found that to be, wow, they just get real lucky. Happy Ladybugs are known to be lucky, so I'm not complaining about it too much. It's kind of like Domino at this point. When something like that happens, it's just her, what was it called? Inherent? No, it's not inherent. Just passive effect ability of just being slightly more lucky than the average man, or woman in this case. So, I like that. That dynamic was good. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all I have to say about that. I liked the way and also in the end where the principal becomes like a better Moomin Rider, like a Moomin Rider in One Punch Man. He's your everyday hero, but you don't want him to do things that he surely cannot handle himself. If people are in trouble, call the fire department. If you want to be a good Samaritan, there it is. I forget which episode I tried to put in. I said martyr in one case. It's not the case. Good Samaritan, that's the line I was looking for. If you want to be a good Samaritan, give a blanket to a homeless man. Help him out in some way. Direct him to a homeless shelter. Do that sort of thing. Be an everyday hero without throwing yourself into danger yourself. That's not what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to let the professionals do the thing, that being either Ladybug and Cat Noir, police department, the fire department, so on and so forth. So I really appreciate that and the lesson there. So putting off in the end, power output, while not destructive, definitely an intelligence factor, 9 to 8. Nearly 1 if it wasn't for dumb luck. How I would have improved this, there's really nothing I can really say would have improved other than the fact that it just have it be more not luck based how they were able to get out of the scenario, and his percentage of getting Miraculous almost 100%. Again, If it wasn't for the fact that they got a scenario where they wanted to make fake Miraculous Eye, which is not a thing that they always thought about doing. Like, there are certain ideas later down in this series, and I'm like, they should do this just as a contingency plan. Keep fake Miraculous just in case you're in a scenario where you have to give them up, so you can fool them because they don't know, and have like a defense mechanism for yourself whenever someone's about to take a Miraculous from you, that sort of thing. So, with all that being said, good episode nonetheless. I found this to be on one of my top favorite episodes, and I'll see you next time. Bye.